Well, this seems a little awkward. What's up, everyone? This is El Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, we made a few more preparations before heading on over to Kamoshida's castle. We developed our confidants just a little bit more, we read a few books, and we cleaned up the rest of our room. Hooray! In this episode, we're not gonna waste any more time. We've done all the preparations we can, and we are poor. And by poor, I mean broke. We've got like 500 yen to our name. So, without any more messing around,
Okay.
we're gonna head on over to our base of operations.
Hey! Listen up!
Makes sense if it was the core of the palace itself.
Now then.
Now, what Morgana says is very interesting. He says, make sure you go in with time to spare. And that is incredibly important. Because, unlike with Persona 4, you cannot complete a dungeon in one go, no matter what. In order to steal a treasure within a palace, it takes at minimum 2 trips. We'll find out the reason why in due time, but do know that if your first time heading into a palace is when the day until the deadline is at 1, and you haven't located where the treasure is, you are screwed. So always make sure that you keep that in mind whenever traversing a palace, or deciding when to traverse the palace. Now, we can also just kind of talk to our party members and see just how exactly we're doing before we head on into a palace. Then, of course, there's infiltrating the palace, which will automatically take us into the metaverse. However, we cannot head back into the real world once we do that. So if we head on into the palace, we cannot resupply until we go out, and then evening will occur. So yes, evening will occur once you leave a palace. And if that countdown reaches 0, it's game over. So, before we head in there, let's hold a meeting.
Now then.
Okay, time for the meeting.
for that meeting.
So yeah, they'll basically... The meetings will essentially be based off of what's going on in terms of the plot, how far we are in the palace, and then how our level is compared to the shadows that we are facing off against. Right now, I think the level on the shadows is kind of based on the average level that people are usually at via the PlayStation Network. So right now, I think that they would say that we are a little bit under-leveled because most people tend to go into the palace on the first day that they can. However, that's neither here nor there. Today, we infiltrate the palace.
Okay, let's go.
But damn!
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking we should choose a code name for you too.
A code name?
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume,
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
I don't know, I feel like something feline would work, so... Cat Girl?
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
Yeah, why don't you tell us then?
Something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
she's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go. All right, let's start fresh and get going.
It's game time from this point forward. I'll teach you guys the basics of infiltrating a palace as we go.
Huh? Justine?
My master would like a word with you.
Okay.
The prisoner has returned.
Well done. It seems you have remembered my words. You truly make it worth rehabilitating you.
What does that even mean? What is this rehabilitation?
I am not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter friends who share your aesthetics and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. This time, I wish to introduce you to the aid we are providing.
Aid?
Due to your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle more than one persona. That power holds infinite possibilities. We will assist you in nurturing that potential. To that end, we must execute your persona.
Execute?
Do not be alarmed. Personas are personalities that exist within you. Thus, you will only be discarding old personalities to have them be reborn as new ones.
So this is our introduction to Persona fusions. Now, unlike in 3 and 4, where it was just simply using, like, a tarot card table, this time, most of what is done in the Velvet Room deals with some form of execution. But it still functions exactly the same. So, what we basically do is that we take our personas and fuse them in order to create a brand new persona. So by doing this, we can gain more access to more variety and more powerful personas. Sometimes even personas that we can't get access to normally. They won't be normal enemies that we can just encounter. However, by fusing personas, we do lose the materials in order to gain the new one, and we will only ever get one new persona with any given fusion. So, we can take a look as to all the different personas that we have, and we can even use the ones that we have currently equipped. And Igor is going to mention the bonds with the confidants. So, the higher rank that our confidants is, with the arcana of the persona that we, well, of the resulting fusion, the more bonus experience that resulting persona will gain. So, it functions exactly how it did in 3 and 4. If you've played those games, then this is no different. And then Igor is also going to mention something that's also important. We cannot create a persona that is higher than our current level. So anything that is above level 5, we cannot create. Because we can't handle that persona. So, if we wanted to use Arsene in a fusion, the only thing that we could create would be Mandrake, which we wouldn't get because we already have Mandrake, or Agathion. We can also take a look at some of these other ones. Unfortunately, so many of these are above level 5. Barris, Sakumitama, Succubus, and Genbu, Slime. Could I make... I don't want to get rid of Arsene. And unfortunately, we're forced to fuse something. So that's also a problem. Crap. I really don't want to get rid of Arsene or Pixie, but I might not have a choice. And, just like in 3 and 4, the resulting persona will be able to gain different skills based on the materials used to create it. However, unlike 3 and 4, we get to choose which skills we pass on. This is super helpful because it doesn't rely on RNG. Okay, yeah, and unfortunately we can't get rid of that. Can we get rid of it now? No, Carolina's just going to be mad at us. I guess I have to use... Is Agathion really the only thing that I can do? Everything else is like level 6. Or something that I already have on me. Crap. I really don't want to get rid of Arsene and Pixie right at the moment. Crap. I don't think I have a choice in the matter, though. Man. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to use this to create Agathion, because I can't dismiss any personas from here. I mean, unless I went back and tried to... The reason why I'm so hesitant is because we will get access to a compendium where we can register what we have on our personas. And I don't want to get rid of Arsene because Arsene would have been level 1. What to do, what to do, what to do. I suppose I could get rid of Bicorn in that case, so that way I can use Jack-O-Lantern and Mandrake.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I really don't want to get rid of Arsene. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to reset. Well, damn it. Okay, so this is kind of crap. But I apparently can't get rid of any of my personas. Which is really stupid, because usually you can dismiss your personas. But for some reason, the game locks me out of doing that. That's really dumb. But I guess I don't have a choice then.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
So we're going to fuse Arsene and Pixie in order to fuse Agathion.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Now, normally, whenever I'm going to be doing this, well, it would be nice to actually, you know, have these skills already
It
here.
will receive a fraction of power.
But it kind of blocks out the persona. So, unlike before where it was just going to be straight up fusion, I will be determining the skill inherited skills afterward. Okay, so as to what I want to pass down, unfortunately I don't really have any other electric
Select the skills you'd like to
personas, but
inherit.
I'll pass down Aha,
It will receive
because
a
even though I have
fraction of
Incubus,
power.
Incubus is still quite a ways off from being able to learn that by itself, so I think having a darkness level spell would be helpful. Or darkness spell, not darkness level. Anyway, let's go ahead and fuse.
My.
I am Arsene, the other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment, I shall always be at your side. We shall meet again when your fate reaches its conclusion.
And since we are rank 2 with Ryuji, alright, Agathion gains a new skill. Lunge. So, not really too much. We'll get Rakukaja, but not for a while. And then by Hootie... Well, you can just see what it does there. Sort of good for healing certain status ailments. Probably not gonna really use that, though. Really wish I didn't have to fuse away Arsene.
Ah, how impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
What do you mean?
Its worth will be made clearer when you return to the field of battle.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many Execute them and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions.
And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals.
Cry your tears of joy, inmate.
Your heart is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. A joyous fact indeed. In anticipation of this, I have prepared a gift for you. I hope that you shall accept it.
A gift? Now we are rank 2 with the Fool Arcana. So this gift is the ability Third Eye. So by pressing down the L1 button, we can see things that normally aren't visible. We can use this in either the real world or a palace, though in the real world it's not really all that helpful. But in a palace, it's especially helpful. Sometimes you need it to solve puzzles, oftentimes it's to find treasure that we can either utilize as consumable items or stuff that we can sell later.
Alright.
It's actually an incredibly helpful ability within a palace itself. So we will be using this very frequently. So yeah, that's basically what Third Eye does, is that it reveals things that aren't normally visible. Like I said, real world, not all that helpful. Metaverse, extremely helpful.
That is a thief's skill, allowing one to tap into their sixth sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Now then, if you have any requests, we will heed them.
And now we have free reign to actually use the Velvet Room.
Do you have business with me?
So by heading on here, we can either create a new persona by heading
Inmate
into
needs our
the
guidance.
fusions.
If you wish to perform an execution, let us begin the search.
And unfortunately, there's nothing really else that we can make.
You change your mind?
And then there is also the compendium.
Justine, you handle this.
So this is why I really hate that they don't give you access to register your personas before being forced to, you know, do a fusion.
Registration?
Because I would like to register all the different personas that
sure?
I have. By doing this, we basically save a copy of that persona into the compendium, as opposed to just having the default version. So when we get them via negotiation.
Read here.
Now, what we can do is that we can also buy back any persona. And this was also
This
why
persona?
I wanted to freaking wait until I could register Arsene. Oh well, whatever. I guess I'm not going to be using Arsene then. However, in order to bring back a persona that you've registered, you have to pay a certain amount of money. And we are broke, so we can't exactly do that even if we wanted to. But this is how we can get back other personas in case we wanted to use them in a fusion, but still wanted to keep that persona for one reason or another. Usually that would be the case that it is of a certain arcana that we need for our confidant.
Are you finished?
However, there's not really much that we can do here for the time being. We can't make anything more. We've registered our personas, so we are done here.
It is time, inmate.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
Wait, I was just standing?
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Let's just say he's a man of high caliber.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We're counting on you, Joker.
Hey.
It's as good as plan as any.
Hmm?
Let's go.
And now we can quick travel! Hooray! And now we also get access to the Thieves Guild. This is basically using the PSN in order to help you out. So there may be a few times in battle in which by connecting online we'll be able to basically call upon the help of people online. It's kind of weird. There are only a certain amount of times that you can use this in any given day, and this is actually real life time, not as opposed to the days in the game. So yeah, that's... we'll see just kind of the benefits of that when we get there. So, what we can do is that we could head on over to the underground prison safe room. There's no reason to. There's nothing down there. Trust me, I've checked. And we could also just teleport on over to the west building. So we can fast travel over there, but there's actually a little bit of an advantage to just kind of exploring on our own. Not a huge benefit, but there is Third Eye. And this is why I kind of want to explore around a little bit more. So by pressing L1, we can see just what all is around us. And in case we wanted to, like, utilize any sort of action commands, these indicators basically tell us where we can interact with the environment.
It's somewhere.
In addition, you can see some objects that glow yellow. This means that they are a hidden item. So that's basically treasure. So it's something that we can sell later. Not every sort of thing that has that steel indicator has something. So using Third Eye to see whether or not it's there will help you save just a little bit of time.
I can see it.
So for instance, this vase or urn doesn't have anything, but this one does.
I can see it.
So I will be utilizing Third Eye a lot, just so that way I can actually see what all I can steal. Very helpful to use in that regard. Now, there is this room over here. I don't believe, though, that there's... we can't even head in this way. So, yeah, all that was just plot-related stuff with On. Oh, this also gets me a chance. Oh. This gets me a chance to get a little bit more experience. Haha!
Alright, the first move is ours.
And this also gives me a chance to show off Baton Pass. So, Bicorn is weak to electricity, right?
This one's weak to
Yes.
electricity.
Okay, so, first things first, we knock down Well,
Persona!
okay, so Agatheon is my currently equipped persona. Do I want him? Yeah, I guess. There's not really much of a downside to that. Okay, so, let's first knock down Pixie.
Take this!
Looking cool, Joker.
And now we can use Baton Pass. So, like I mentioned before, by knocking down an enemy, we get access to pass the baton to someone else. So, this gives our ally the bonus action as opposed to us, and increases their attack power. Now, as long as they have the Baton Pass ability unlocked, they can use Baton Pass with our main character and anyone else who has Baton Pass. So, I can do that with Ryuji, and I can do it to Ann, but I can't do that to Morgana. I'm just hitting right, and it just switches to those two. So, that is basically how Baton Pass works. It is very important to try to get Baton Pass on any character as soon as possible.
Go ahead.
Not over yet.
But by switching to Ryuji, we can use Zio on Bicorn. And it just completely took him out. Now as for you, give me some money.
Kinda shady.
And yes, if you've had that that shadow as a persona before, but don't have them now, they'll basically try to go into a negotiation, as opposed to actually, you know, giving you what you want. Thankfully, though, you can just reject it, and you still get the money, or the item.
Yeah, I know. What you think?
Okay. Don't really need to see that other flavor text, because otherwise we will be here all freaking day.
Nice work, team.
And I freaking need money. I also do need experience as well. I need both. I really do need both.
Okay.
But especially money. Okay. But now that we've got that, we'll just go through our battles from here.
All right.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to be showing off every single
so
battle
easy,
because
I'm
that
yawning.
will take freaking forever. Actually, where's... There should be one more shadow that should pop. There he is. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant by when you get out of a battle, sometimes a shadow will just kind of disappear until you get far enough away. That's what I meant.
Reveal your true form. Okay.
Now, there are certain,
That was a little too
well,
easy.
places that I want to accomplish within this trek into the castle. I'll explain exactly what my goal is. I'll explain what my goal is at the beginning of next time. But for right now...
True form. Okay.
Alright, now that I'm not in danger
Way
of
too
getting
weak to bother
into
with.
an unnecessary fight, let's head into the safe room. Will do, Panther. So, yes, this is basically what we are going to be, well, at least trying to do with any successive episode when we're traversing a palace. Trying to reach any number of safe rooms, but sometimes time may not allow for that, so who knows. However, I believe we are good to call it a day here. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. We will actually begin our infiltration here. We've only just kind of backtracked to where we were before. But, now that we've reached our old safe room, we'll head further into the palace and see if we can try to locate this treasure. Until next time, everyone. Take care.